come on. Where was I?
What's up, Alok?
Hey, how's it going, Best West?
What you doing?
Still painting the same guys from last night.
Aw, dang.
I was a little disheartened because the uh Mighty was saying that it shouldn't take 30 days to get affiliate. Um,
I mean, if don't listen to him. Mighty had a following on YouTube who thought listening was bullshit.
yeah. And I
Like,
figured that something like that happened where he came in running with 4+ viewers for like 4 days straight, and then he was just handed affiliate.
he was. That's definitely what happened with him. And like, he had a pretty sizable fan base on YouTube, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
And he's also doing something unfortunately more popular than what we do.
yeah. Well,
And
yeah.
like I said, he's got the experience. He was streamer before, and where I don't know about you, but when I got into Twitch, it was all new and fascinating and different, and I'm still trying to figure out how slobs works. And
Yeah. Well, and see, and I can't use slobs.
oh, what are you using?
I have to use OBS Studio.
Ah,
See, now I used to use slobs, but the problem that I was having was I can't run slobs and the Streamlabs chat bot at the same time.
fascinating.
For some strange reason, it messes up my computer when I do that.
Hmm.
Now, one of the recent updates, they've been integrating the chatbot into slobs, which will eventually make me want to go back.
But for right now,
But they don't have script support,
weird.
right? So like I don't have my message sounds. There's a lot of things that I don't have. And now that I'm using the text-to-speech website that Mighty gave me, um, uh, words fail me. Um, I might not need my welcome sound,
Mhm.
right? But at the same time, I've got to try to figure out a way where um, I've got this weird situation where I like to have my music coming out of my speakers so that I can chat using my headset mic,
Mhm.
right? But they're two different sound sources. And the text to speech automatically defaults to my speakers. So I'm still running into the problem of not realizing that someone has sent me a message
Oh,
on the chat.
yep.
No. Um,
That's not great.
I think I'm gonna have to just go ahead and this is gonna be really loud in my ears in a moment. Hold on. Even louder than I thought. Um, so you're already turned down there. I need my mixer, volume mixer. Expand you. Um, you're down quite far. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Discord, Discord, Discord. Turn Discord up. And geez, oh Pete's.
Wow,
How
things
how
are not
far do
normal.
I need to turn you down? God.
Dun, 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 dun. Oops. I have the same
Okay.
thing on my wish list twice, so we're gonna delete one.
Oh wow. But yeah, so it's like what I'm like now. I'm only like two viewers or followers away from 50, right? And but my average viewership is 1.48 for the last 30 days. So that's been
Oh
kind
yeah.
of kind of disheartening.
Mm.
But at the same time, I might be doing it to myself because I do have a schedule, but at the same time,
Mhm.
I stream kind of randomly during the afternoon,
Yeah. Well, are you
um,
sticking to your schedule otherwise?
as much as I can. Yes.
Then I think I don't know that that would be what's hurting you. As long as you are, in
Well,
it when you say you are. Anything else should be just like a bonus stream, right?
yes, but the Twitch, um, wow, again, words failing me.
What's getting you probably is if you're continuously streaming during times you don't have viewers versus the times you would have viewers.
And that's exactly what's happening. I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting all this stuff painted while I'm streaming.
Mm.
And most of the time during the afternoon, I only have one viewer.
Mm. Mhm.
Um, but it's like at the same time, I can't afford to not paint,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, that is a dilemma.
Um,
Oh. Hmm.
Here it is. I was looking for that. That's what I was looking for, but I wasn't using it earlier. Shaking's the paint. Did you take a look at that I linked you a couple of things, I think.
Yeah, I looked at one of
Um,
them briefly, but then I'll just look. Yeah, so I was looking at the buoy mic holder, and then you also sent the airbrush. This is cheaper than the one I have on my current wish list. I'm gonna switch that out.
yeah. Now I don't know which one you were looking at, but I mean that one it's not exactly huge,
I'll be
right?
honest. So that is a slight weird factor. So like I don't just work in minute. I haven't even worked in miniatures before. So, but I spray paint. My paintings sometimes start out as spray paint,
Hmm.
and so that's primarily what I was. I thought it would be nice to have a spray booth in studio instead of just going out on my porch every time.
Yes. Yeah, no, definitely.
Especially because I would like to eventually be able to also stream when I do bigger art like that. But this one is cute. I like how it folds up.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is just because, it's that size doesn't mean that you can't make it bigger.
Right.
You can attach cardboard to it and make it look
I was just
ugly as
thinking that.
hell.
It's like it'll be super ugly, but just as effective.
And from what I understand, it does generate a good amount of noise.
Mm.
Um, and I mean like when your graphics card like kicks onto the highest gear possible,
Uh,
or maybe a window fan turned on high.
Uh, well, that's not too bad. Right now a struggle would be if I start doing any airbrushing online. I'm going to have to learn how to use a push to talk system. I've never done it before.
Or you can use a noise gate.
What's a noise gate?
A noise gate is a filter set up on your mic
Mm-hmm.
inside of slobs. Like yeah, when you scroll and you look at your mic and you see the bars moving and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
you click on the on the gear icon for the
Mm-hmm.
setup, add filters.
Oh.
And then if you don't have any filters, you can click on the plus sign down in the lower left-hand corner, should be, to
Mm-hmm.
add a new one, and you go to noise gate.
Oh.
Now what you want to do is you want to find um like you kind of want to watch like you'll turn on the fan or whatever it is that's going to be making noise and set
Mm-hmm.
your open threshold um and your close threshold above the number that's showing.
Interesting.
But you want to have your open threshold a little bit higher than your closed threshold as well. So it's like the open threshold is what turns on the microphone when your voice is actually coming out. So a comfortable talking voice that is.
Yeah.
And then the closed threshold is it recognizes that for however many milliseconds your voice hasn't, like that decibel has not been hit, and so it
Hmm.
turns off the mic.
Hmm.
Right. So I'm like, if you were watching my stream, and actually I'm gonna have to adjust it again, but there are times where you don't hear anything at all coming out of my mic, and then I'll talk and you might hear my fan in the background or something.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Ah.
And it's kind of the same way that um, Discord does its voice activation thing, where you set that slider to the point where it picks up your voice.
Mm-hmm.
That is technically the same thing. It's a noise gate.
Cool. Hmm. Thank you for educating me.
You are welcome.
I am more informed. Ocean life.
Now, last night when you mentioned that my highs were coming through higher than intended, were you talking about tone wise, like I was off the tone, off the key,
No, no, no.
or
I
I,
think your mic, something was like scratchy, if
okay,
that makes sense.
okay,
Like
so I was
I think you're, huh?
I was clipping my microphone.
Yes,
I
that
was
sounds like a
too
phrase.
I was too loud for my microphone to stand it.
Yes, that was it.
Okay,
Yes, those are the words. I'm sorry, I don't know all the verbiage,
all good.
but yes, that's what I meant. Not the key. It was I was yeah. I just didn't know how to tell you what I was hearing.
Sure. No. Yeah, and if you ever hear me tell someone, "Hey, you're clipping your mic," that's
That's
what
what it
I'm
means.
that's what it means. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Um,
so that's what I meant to tell you.
sounds good.
I I'm sure that was hard to tell while playing the guitar.
Oh yeah, and well, and then there's the fact that I was using my headset mic to try to pick up the guitar too, which was probably no bueno. um, so in reality, yeah, a microphone, headset mic is not for singing. It really
Mm.
isn't.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I do have my microphone from when I was in the band.
Mhm.
But what I don't have um is well, I mean, technically, I guess I could just plug it into my sound card, but I've been not wanting to do that. I've been wanting to. I want to get a USB microphone cable.
Mhm. Mhm.
um, but at the same time, it's kind of like I have to deal with recording latency and
Mhm.
things like that, which can be really annoying.
Ah,
I'm sitting here getting into realms that can be really technical and blah.
I get it. Like, I'm not without some background in this area, but I never a lot of the verbiage. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Um, I use a Blue Yeti
I've actually heard a
with my
lot of
head.
good things about those.
I've enjoyed it so far. I mean, I think I sound fine when I rewatch my VODs.
Now, is it the Blue Yeti Sphere or
Um,
not? See,
maybe
I don't know the models. I just know that I've seen a Blue Yeti
it's not the
and it was a
circular one.
ball.
No, mine is not a ball.
Okay.
Mine is the other one.
Yeah, because someone was talking about the ball, and they're like,
Hmm.
and everybody complains that it makes things sound echoey, and I'm like, well, that's because they're not setting it up right.
Yeah.
But
Um, I haven't noticed really any difficulties with my mic. Other than I would rather it be on a what do you call the arm? The mic arm. A
like what I
pulley?
have that I linked
Yes.
to you, yeah,
And I had it on one for a time, but then it broke, and I was like, I should not have bought the cheapest thing I could find on Amazon. That was a bad idea.
and this one is kind of cheap too, but
It would be holding something significantly lighter, notably.
yeah,
Um,
um, the mic mount that's on it is
mm-hmm.
it is just big enough to hold my handheld mic.
Ah,
So depending upon the diameter of your Yeti, it might be too small for that.
I probably wouldn't be putting it on my Yeti. I've been mostly I was asking as an alternative to like the clamp I'm using right now.
Yeah,
That seemed much more flexible for my purposes because I'm frequently changing position in the studio.
sure. Here,
Because
actually,
you have a nice standard setup. You're probably always roughly in the same spot, right?
roughly, yeah. But I actually
I
I change this all the time because this is my gaming desk too.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um, but here, let me I'm gonna take a photo here.
But yeah, I constantly have to rearrange my studio depending what day of the week it is for what I got to do.
Um, do, do, do. And do 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 do.
In the last 4 years, probably about half of our county has burned. That valley was just beautiful. The thought of it being gone like that was really hard to take. There was a student who said to me when the ashes were falling from the sky like snow, she goes, "Oh, it's
Ooh,
amazing.
fancy.
Almost like
You
it's
have three
real."
monitors. Hot dang.
Two of them are free. So, but
I
yeah,
got it.
I have a triple swing arm monitor stand that my wife got me for Christmas one year.
Cool.
Um,
I have
so
a double swing arm, but only one monitor is mounted to it. The other arm doesn't do anything.
technically, you could probably use that extra arm as a clamping point for the for the mic swing, mic arm.
Hmm, maybe.
Now, I thought
I
about
don't know.
doing that with mine, but it doesn't. My monitors are taking up so much space on the arm that I don't really have a way to do it
Hmm.
and have it look okay or work
Yeah.
well. So, but yeah, I have it clamped. I have the arm clamped to the inside of the little cubby hole thing that most people use to bring up their mouse and keyboard wires and whatnot. And then I just untighten the screw that holds the arm into that clamp and set it off to the side when I'm not using it. But
Sounds good.
the clamp thing that's used for holding the phone is
Hmm.
what is obviously holding my webcam
Yeah.
But it's holding the it's holding its I don't know what to call that, its base
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of the webcam itself. um,
No, that makes sense. I mean, that's a clever way to use it, I think.
yeah.
Hmm. You use some fancy paints, son.
A what?
You use fancy looking paints.
Fancy looking paints.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they. Oh yeah, the little eyedroppers. Those are my favorites. I do have some paints in jars. I also have some acrylics for painting on canvas and whatnot. But be honest, the pigment distribution in the artist's acrylic
Yeah.
is nowhere near dense enough for doing models.
Huh. So, is this special model acrylic then?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. There are a couple. There are a few, just like any paint brands. There's a few brands out there. The ones that I primarily use are Scale 75,
Mm-hmm.
which I mostly use for my blends and my glazes and whatnot because they're already formulated really well for that. I use Vallejo,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually use all four. I use Scale 75, Vallejo, Formula P3, which is made by the manufacturer of the models. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also use Games Workshop's Citadel paints, but I only use the technical paints from them. So things like Blood for the Blood God,
Hmm.
um, which provides an amazing blood effect on models, and their
Mm-hmm.
washes. And they have some stuff for creating rust, um, like rust coloring and whatnot, and um, they have some textured paints, which are also a part of their tech line. And
Mm-hmm.
they're all specifically designed to do something, right? So the only reason why I even touched Games Workshop paints. Privateer Press doesn't have them. Scale 75 doesn't really have them. Um,
Right.
and they all do something specific.
Hmm.
So
What time is it where you are?
802.
Oh, we're in the same time zone.
Cool beans.
I was just curious. Always curious. Have tireds.
Hmm.
I have some sleepies.
Some sleepies.
Yeah.
Don't
What is
get
it?
too sleepies.
It's a long day at work. You might turn the music up on your stream.
Okay. Well, that up there, and Is that good?
That's a better level.
Okay.
I was just thinking if I was sitting, like, I'm going back and forth a bit on your screen, but like, if I was just sitting there chilling and watching you, I'd want to hear the music a little bit more.
Gotcha. Of course, turning up the music does make it a little harder for me to hear you in in chat, but
Are you not able to control that separately for your headphones? And because I can control my experience of my music versus like my viewers' experience of the music. Does that make sense?
well, I again, that goes back to the realm of separating the music from my headphones out to my speakers. Right, at least
Oh.
for me. I haven't thought of a method to do what you're saying just yet. Like
Because like some days I have music playing, but then I have it set so low I can barely hear it because it's just like I have a headache or something.
Mhm.
But my viewers tend to have fun with like the song requests and whatever.
Are you using like a media capture?
No, it might be just something. So like I'm plugged straight into my microphone, so I just changed the monitor volume, and when I need to hear stuff, and then I just have the volume set in like my OBS to be high enough for the viewers. And then like one of my moderators will tell me sometimes like, oh, your music's a little low, can you turn it up? And I'll turn it up for them even if I keep it low for myself. I don't know if that makes sense.
I mean, it does, but at the same time,
Fellows is here but muted.
I do what I want.
Rafellos.
yes, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say.
That's fair. It happens.
It's like I have YouTube playing in one of my browsers, right, on my computer, right. And so that browser is coming straight to my speakers, and or to my headset, and so if you tell me that it's too low, the first thing I tried to do was to increase the volume on the headset in OBS, right?
Yeah.
But then I noticed that the volume wasn't really going anywhere. Like the
Mm-hmm.
bar wasn't moving any bigger. So the next step that I had to do was to actually turn it up on my side too. And
Weird.
that unfortunately makes hearing the voice chat a little more difficult.
That is fair. Dilemma.
I'm gonna have to. Oh no.
Do you care about you listening to the voice chat or other people listening to the voice chat?
I care about me being able to listen to voice chat.
What you want to do then is equalize the voice chat and the music that you're trying to put in the background. So you bring that up, whatever you're trying to do. Bring the sounds down. So you bring both the voice chat and the game sound to a lower level that you can that
So like in the volume
that's
mixer?
comfortable with you, and then you can turn it up on your OBS.
Yeah, but that's what I was just saying. I turned it up in the OBS, and the volume wasn't going anywhere because it was still too low on my side. And I think it has something to do with the fact that I haven't figured out how to capture the sound directly from the browser, from the application.
The default setting for OBS is it just collects all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do I go about just capturing the audio from a browser and not have it be affected by me turning it up or down in the browser? Would I have to create a browser source going to that page? Because that would end up being a real big hassle on my side.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's very difficult to pick the specific sources through OBS. Usually, the better answer is to turn up. I guess the easier answer here would be if you had a speaker it was going through, you could turn the external speaker down. That would help. Or if your headset had its own, my headset has its own like volume slider. Turning up your desktop volume then and turning down the headset volume. But
that's what I was telling him I do, basically. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal for a lot.
Yeah. But again, it feels like it ends up being a small issue for me because, like I said, I'm using the God Almighty words again, the text-to-speech website that Mighty gave me, and that thing reading the messages to me. I have no way of sending that to my headset if I'm sending my music through the speakers.
Right.
Right, and it's a problem with Windows 10 too. The fact that you can't specify in the browser where the sound is going to go. But let me see about Spotify. Because if I can force Spotify to go through the speakers, then I can still have my default going to my headset.
From what I'm reading, what you would have to do is basically, oh, never mind. Virtual audio cable.
Yeah, which eats up CPU.
Yeah.
For fellas, are you working tonight?
Yep.
Boo.
Every weekday.
Boo.
Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do during Thanksgiving week.
Gregory, how dare you listen to Christmas music? Halloween is tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to stop this here. Off. Over here. Come back, please. Thank you. Alright, that's not too bad. Is down. Let's add. Yeah, no, doing that did not create an audio capture. Okay. Hoping it would, but it did not. Okay, what about over here? That's it. Okay.
Pekabi said, "Hi Bellic."
Hey, Pagabi.
No, dude.
BRB gonna get a snack.
Dumbass. Me dumbass. Me dumb butt. Wanted this one.
Pekabi said that I said you missed a spot.
What? Makes no sense. That I said you missed a spot. What? I was getting all excited yesterday, Pakavi, or last night, because I had so many, so many viewers. I think I topped out at like 6 or something like that, and then it went back down to 4. But I was all excited because my stream words are really failing me tonight. Summary said that I had 3 average viewers, but it's not 3 average viewers over the last 30 days.
Said, I was saying your voice bot was telling you that you missed a spot.
That's funny.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Get me. Destiny. Aw, damn. I forgot Pat. Ever since I discovered multi-Twitch, it's been amazing. Fun fact.
Multi-Twitch?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing you guys use for streaming, rating and whatnot?
No. Oh, it's what we put at the end of raids so people can find the people.
Ah.
But right now I'm using it to watch you, Mighty Star, and Patty all at the same time.
And you count as a viewer to all of us?
Yep.
Nice. That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm not getting the color diversity that I want in this copper metal by doing this. I was hoping I'd be able to skip a step, but nope. Nope. Makes me sad, but oh well.
I made some tomato soup.
Yum.
I was like, I'm hungry, but not really. I don't know.
Did you make grilled cheese with it?
Oh, that would be good. I don't have that. Oh. I might swap out of this PC and go over to Patty's. She's doing movie night tonight on her stream.
Okay. Now wait a second. How do you go about doing movie night on a stream?
So she does where, what are they called? Public domain movies are.
Oh, okay.
So she picks like a horror movie one. So tonight she's watching The Brain That Wouldn't Die.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so the stream will be the movie and chat, and, which I think is cool.
Mystery Science Theater 3001.
Kind of stuff like that, yeah. So, yeah, you can't just show any movie on your stream.
Yeah. No, I didn't think
That
you
could be
could.
What she does is she
said
sits in her
best
voice
show
chat
ever.
in case people want to chat with her about the movie while they're watching.
Cool.
Yeah. I think it's cool. Are you on Patty's Discord?
Am I? No.
You could just jump over to that voice chat if you want.
I could. Why don't you send me a link?
I'm trying to decide if I'm actually gonna go over there because she looks like she's gonna talk on her stream too. And how am I gonna get the movie?
Yeah. Just tell her to be quiet. Kidding. You're like, woman! No, I'm kidding.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to her Discord.
Okay.
Well, I'm like, how am I gonna listen to the movie if I don't know. I don't like the double echo. Apple.
Hey, hope I'm not interrupting.
Interrupt all you want.
Huckabee said, "Did you buy soda with that money?" Belloc-bot
Alright,
said,
so I got a
Could've
question.
sworn-
Do any of you two have Fallout 76 for PC?
No.
What are you doing tonight, Apple?
I'm trying to get this person's attention because his Twitch sound is completely off.
Ew. Oh! I feel like we ran into somebody like that before not so long ago, right?
Like, he's in SSC, so it was like, oh, somebody from SSC is streaming Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna watch him. And I was just watching somebody else playing it, so I know my sound is completely working as I'm talking to you, right? So it's not me. I was like, ah, shit, his sound's off. So I messaged him, right, on his Twitch. And apparently he didn't get the message. So then I sent him a Discord private DM that his sound is off. And I guess he didn't get that either. Like, oh my god. Ugh. So he fixed his sound, so it's all working now.
Yeah.
So that's good. At least I fixed it before he went to his whole stream without his sound on.
Good, good. Good
Ugh.
Samaritan over here.
So what?
Good Samaritan over here.
I mean, if you go into somebody's stream and they have no sound on, right, then you want to let them know. Because it's always fun to watch, like, different games of the same game and everything.
Say hi to your cat for me.
I think you mean Apple, but I was confused how you knew there was a cat near me.
Wait, is my cat meowing?
Yeah, I can hear your cat.
Where? Oh my God.
We can always hear your cat every time.
Like, hey,
Hi.
oh, you finally decided to join me on my chair? So, what are you guys up to?
I am
I am
painting.
I'm doing movie night with Patty. She's streaming a movie.
Oh, what movie is it?
The Brain That Wouldn't Die.
The rain that went into.
Mm-hmm.
That's some type of sci-fi movie.
Most likely be
Yeah.
right.
Well, they're taking the brain out now. It looks like.
Wow. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Actually, gonna move this forward. And
Do, do. Dun, dun.
Don't put your butt in my face.
What's the big difference between affiliate and partner?
Affiliate. So, the major difference between affiliate and partner is that, well, as for affiliate, you need to have like 50 followers, 3
Well, I know,
average
I
views.
understand the difference in the requirements, but what happens when you become partner?
Affiliate, sorry, partner, you get certain promotions. Sometimes whoever you partnered with has programs with different companies, and depending on who you partnered with, there are certain days where you're selected to stream certain games, and you have to stream those because of the partnership that you're with.
don't you also get some like sponsorships and stuff like that? You get free games, but then you have to
Yeah,
stream them.
yeah, that's basically what partner is. Like say you, as an example, say that SSC becomes a partner program. I'm sure that it might be in the future. Well, it might come to that in the future, depending on how Jimmy works everything and whatnot. So what Jimmy would do is he would get sponsorships for different companies. Then people who um, make partnered with Jimmy and SSC, they would, as an example, let's see what I don't know what new game we're at. So one of Bethesda's new games that are coming out is called Wolfenstein Twin Blood, whatever it is, right?
Milo, what are you doing over there?
And say that you're selected to stream that game. Well, you would have to stream that game because it's part of the contract you signed. They would give you the game basically for free, and you're only depending on what the company is, you're only allowed to go so far into the game and whatnot. And you're able to do that like a couple days before the actual game comes out.
So no perks at all. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, no, there's actually quite a bit of perks. Like I said, it all depends on who you're partnered with.
Milo.
You would have to actually ask somebody that's partnered in SSC what the actual perks are.
I'm not really worried about it. I was just curious.
But I do know you get sponsorships from different companies to play their games. You give reviews about it. You do a lot of time give free games when you're sponsored by that game. Like when, what was it? When Far Cry 5 came out, there was a good...
I don't play
people.
video games, so you just keep saying a lot of words, and I have no idea what.
I don't know what you do.
She's a creative streamer.
Okay. I only know the video game portion of it. I don't know the creative side portion of it. I'm sorry. I'm sure there is a couple people here that are sponsored that are creators.
Yeah, I think what would probably end up happening for sponsored creators or partnered creators, is that a company might give you some specific materials.
Oh my gosh, that's the dream.
But you would be required to do streams with those materials.
Yeah.
They might give you a background that that you'd have to put on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you use a green screen at all, they'd probably
Yeah.
give you a special background for the green
Pekabi
screen.
Said, sponsored by Hobby House.
Like Pekabi wants to see
could-
me get sponsored by Hobby House.
I would probably do it. I'd sell out if it meant free money or supplies.
Oh yeah, everybody loves free money, free supplies, free games.
No, kiss.
Pekabi said, or a soda company, Kappa.
Or a soda company Kappa. That's funny.
Like, what if you got like, I doubt it's going to happen because I have not seen anybody happen about this yet. But what if you got sponsored by like Pepsi or Coke and do something for them?
I would not accept because I can't drink soda.
It doesn't mean you would have to drink soda. I mean, they make different beverages besides soda.
I want to be sponsored by generic brand grocery items And I'll be like, do you have a Walmart near you? Then try Great Value. Great Value snack crackers.
I mean, or you can be sponsored by those as seen on TV ads.
We're not a cooking stream, but by golly, did I get this veggetti.
I need better lighting.
Peckabee said, sponsored by Flex Seal.
Maccabi said Flex, sponsored by Flex Seal. That's funny.
Peckabee said,
ShamWow. I use ShamWow to clean up after my paints.
The only towel worth using. And when I'm done, I like to use Irish Spring hand soap.
To clean my brushes.
Anything can sponsor me, I'm ready. After a long day of painting, I like to shower. You know, nothing feels better after a shower than a clean pair of underwear. Thank you, Fruit of the Loom.
Oh, God.
I'll make you any advertisement, I'm ready.
Peckabee said, could be worse, could be Summer's Eve. Belloc said,
Could be
Okay.
worse. Could be worse, could be Summer's Eve. Patong. Oh god. Okay, that just reminded me of something. Have either of you watched Dragon Prince on Netflix?
I keep wanting to.
Okay.
I have two. I don't have Netflix.
Okay, I am going to spoil one thing because it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm ready.
There's the pet that they have with them is some
Mhm.
kind of color shifting frog lizard thing, right? And at the beginning of every episode it comes out, there's a Netflix logo, and it goes patong instead of Netflix doing their own sound.
Mm-hmm.
And the first time I heard it, I just about fell off the couch laughing. I loved it.
Wow. Just chilling. Dang.
I need like 2 more viewers. Give me 2 more viewers
Oh, for what?
for my stream.
Yeah, what are you streaming?
Boring stuff like painting miniatures.
Wait, are you really painting miniatures?
Yes, I paint miniatures professionally. Or at least, you know, I try to paint miniatures professionally.
Or
Specifically, War Machine and Hordes miniatures.
are you level 5?
I am beyond level 5. I'm level 9.
Fancy.
Yep.
Okay, but you don't have your Twitch account.
I do. If you tell me it's not working, I'm gonna be pissed.
New voice,
Yeah.
who did
Yeah, it's not working. Trying to click on your name, all it says profile, mention, message.
That is annoying as hell.
Oh, it's showing your Spotify. And yeah.
Yeah, it's not even showing that you're live
Connections.
now.
Come on,
That's
connections.
it.
I said connections, you stupid thing.
Yeah, it just says that you're listening to Spotify.
Yeah, I am connected on the so I guess I'm gonna have to disable Spotify. On the let's see here, how do I do that now? I don't remember how to do that. There, that should take care of it.
Now it doesn't show you anything. Nope.
Okay, I quit. Because it is there. It's on set to display on profile, it's there. So I don't have any way of get rid of Spotify completely.
I mean, I have Spotify on mine, but that shouldn't. Spotify shouldn't matter.
Yeah, I know, I agree. That's why I'm a bit annoyed. Maybe if you scroll down on my profile? I mean, either way, my Twitch name is the same as my Discord name.
No.
Yep, I found it.
What's going on?
Uh,
Yeah, that's-
Discord being stupid. Sorry?
There's Space Marine.
Negative. Space Marines Warhammer. This is a Cadoran Winter Guard Infantry. Or actually, Winter Guard Rifleman. That's what this one is.
Yes, cat, I see you.
Let me grab one of my dudes, or a couple of my dudes that are already done, and not roll my brush into my paint, please.
Like that?
Go with these. Okay, so these are like the dudes, you know, one of each dude that I've already finished. Centered. This is the warcaster or the leader of my cousin's army. He's called Butcher. And there are a couple of iterations of him. There's Butcher 1, 2, 3. Each of them have it actually like a longer name. It's like Orsis Zoktavir, the Butcher of Karvoth, or something like that. This is Covenant Joe. He's a kind of like a lieutenant of the army. We have a Winter Guard. This is the Winter Guard Infantry. One of their poses. And then these are really what's iconic of the game. These are the Warjacks. This one is called a Berserker. Basically, it's just a big frickin' metal robot. Runs off of steam and coal. And because it's got 6 of those dudes in his list, they're a pretty large part of his army. But it's these infantrymen that are They're killing me right now. 'Cause there's like, he has like a total of 36 of them in the list. I've already finished, I finished 11 of the infantrymen. I'm almost done with 10 of the riflemen. And then I still have a few more to do.
That's crazy.
He's paying me a pretty penny to get them done, too.
Oh, did he shine the penny?
He more than shined the penny, man. He buffed it and, you know, waxed it and
Framed it.
framed it.
That's a very pretty.
Went back in time and found a really, really, really old one that was printed at like at the beginning of time to make sure it was worth something.
It was dropped by a time traveler.
Yeah, something like that.
That's one thing my grandpa used to do is collect coins before he passed. I think one of the coins that he had was a Boston double minted.
BRB, guys.
Okay.
I can't remember what year though.
Thank you for the follow there, Apple.
No problem. I always love to see different types of miniatures that are out there because I used to play Warhammer and D&D. So when I used to play D&D, I used to paint my own miniatures and everything. I still have one of my original 3 that I had.
Very cool. Yeah, I don't.
Sadly, though, the one miniature I thought was a normal miniature was actually a Warhammer miniature, but without the pack that's on the back.
Oh, okay. So he was missing.
Yeah, I mean, it was more like a general or something that had a long sword and whatnot. It was like, you know, I used to play the paladin, so it kind of worked. Because
Gotcha.
where I lived, we had a limited supply of miniature shops and everything. I didn't have the money to go to the more expensive places that are like in Virginia or New York and whatnot, where
Well, and not to mention the fact that, you know, before the 90s, you know, miniatures weren't even really a thing.
At least definitely wasn't as popular for sure.
Thank you for the follow there, Rafi. Rafi. I think you both brought me up to the 50 mark.
yeah, when I was on, it was at 49, so I guess
Was
I
it?
got your 50 mark. You know?
Thank you.
I think you're the third person that I brought you up to the 50 mark that I followed.
Oh, now I just need to have the you know, the 3 average viewers for however long I need to have it.
I'd love to help you with that, but considering I'm at work and you seem to be streaming, I would probably be watching things out.
That's okay.
You know, work.
What am I doing?
You go get there. I mean, miniatures are always fun because you get to see different types of people's art style. You get to see what all is out there that you haven't experienced when you've used miniatures before and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like me, I'm the kind of guy where especially when I'm doing units like this, I like to go through and do all, like right now I'm doing all the brass, right? And then I'll go back and I'll start highlighting the black, and then I'll go back and then I'll start doing something else, and I'll just go through all of them, doing the same process over and over and over again, which can be a little boring, but I find that I'm less likely to miss something when I do it like that.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Like in a little bit, I'm gonna have to go back through with some reds and take care of the waist armor. It's actually been bothering me all night, but I didn't want to stop working on the brass or coppers here.
I had a friend that was trying to paint miniatures for a living, but as I was saying before, the market wasn't there where I lived at.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of funny because yeah, sure, I say I make the claim that I do it professionally, but my only client has been my cousin, right? But he pays me a pretty penny. Like just this guy on its own is going to be $15.
Yeah. I mean, even if you have one client or two clients, you can still paint professionally and say that you're a professional at it.
But I do have another studio that hires me every once in a while for assembly.
Now, are those resin based or are they full metal?
These are resin. The other ones that I broke out were pewter.
Oh, that's what about pewter.
Or white metal, however you want to say it. Privateer Press advertises it as being white metal.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they come in like, you can like feel the difference because I had a plastic one before, and it's so much lighter than my pewter one that I have in my hand. And I'm just surprised that the sword is not broken from all the handling and box bashing that he's been through.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, even as careful with my miniatures as I try to be, I still have to do repairs every once in a while on them.
But when I did have my job, when I was going to, I don't know, guess play Warhammer professionally or just for fun or whatever, the army that I chose, come to find out that they had an outdated book for them, and you're not allowed to play them in
Yeah, you
normal,
do.
normal armies, more normal games.
Yeah, you do have to stay up to date on the rules.
Well, the thing is, right? They didn't make an updated book. There was no updated book for it. So it wasn't me. It was just that. Wizard of the Coast? No.
Warhammer was made by Games Workshop.
That's what it is. Games Workshop.
And every time that they release a new errata, they do release a new book. It's whether or not your your local game store has them available for you to purchase. That's the kicker, and that's what was.
Yeah, the problem with that was there was no updated book. They were in the middle of updating books for all the armies that was out there,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently Sisters of Battle was the lowest on their list. because of how overpowered they were.
Okay, so they hadn't released the Sisters of Battle book yet. Gotcha.
Yeah, they had one, but it was the older book, not the newer books that they were releasing.
When you say they had one, are you talking about the local game store had it?
Yeah, like I'm sorry. Games Workshop, they had a Sisters of Battle book,
Yeah.
but they were in the middle of updating the books for the other armies, and because of they haven't released the updated book for the Sisters of Battle, you weren't allowed to play the legit Sisters of Battle army for normal games.
Okay.
You can add them into other armies as for other playable pieces.
But you couldn't have a Sisters of Battle themed army.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
It's been like 8 years, 7 years since this happened.
Well, I get it. At the same time, you're talking to someone who's never actually played Warhammer. I've thought.
But you probably know about like the books and everything else like that.
Yeah, I know. I know about the books. I know about Sisters of Battle. I know about the Eldar. I played a Warhammer Warhammer 40k RPG. So I'm like, I know about the universe, and I was thinking about getting one of their new eighth edition boxes to try them out, but then I lost my job. So
I know how that is.
That kind of changed things up.
Yep. Losing a job always sucks when you make a good amount of money for it.
Yeah.
Like the company that I was working for, Domino's, I was a delivery driver. So I made a good amount of money every month, around between $1,200 to $1,400 a month. Only because of cash tips.
Yeah.
But what happened was, and come to find out later, unless you're in the government, or unless you're in a union, they can't, or it's technically illegal for them to change your schedule when you're already on shift.
Okay.
So I was working that day, and my schedule was my normal. I go in at 3 o'clock, I get off at 10 o'clock. Right?
Okay.
In the middle of my shift, they wanted to change my time from me not working at 10 o'clock to me getting off at 1 o'clock. Which I didn't have a problem with. But they changed it without my knowledge and without giving me a 24-hour prior notice. And they changed it while I was already working for that day. Which is illegal by federal standards. I mean, it doesn't matter what's in your book or whatever, because that doesn't happen as, it's one of those rare occurrences
Mm-hmm.
that it doesn't happen as much, that people don't add it into rule books. Right? So that happened to me, and I told them no. Then I told my manager, say, look, I gave him the federal code or whatever it is, right? That they can't do this because of this, because of this. Gave them the code for it. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it basically states that they can't change my schedule for that day if I'm already on shift, and they would have to give me a 2-hour notice before I came in. Right, and they would have to ask me if they were able to do that. Like I said, this all determines as you're already working on that shift.
Mm-hmm.
And they still fired me. Well, for Domino's company, if you're fired, you're not allowed to go back working there, even if it was wrongfully accused. And the only way you're allowed to go back working at certain companies for an at-will state is if they hire you back or through a court order. So I talked to 3 lawyers and 2 judges, and they gave the owner of the company an ultimatum. Either they get a court order saying that they would have to hire me back and they can't fire me unless they find an illegal reason for them to fire me. Well, something that I did illegally by federal law. Or they fire the 2 managers that went and fired me. And, well, you know how certain companies, they don't want to have somebody forced to work there that they can't find a reason for them to fire you on an at-will state.
Yeah, so they fired the 2 managers.
Yeah, they fired the 2 managers.
Yep.
Because I could have continued working there, been an asshole to some of the people, and as long as I'm doing my job 100% properly, doing everything that I'm supposed to do, they can't do anything to me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they fire me for, oh, you're being an asshole to the manager, well, it doesn't say that you're not allowed to be an asshole to the manager. And they can't fire me for it.
In my case,
and they didn't want that on paperwork and everything else like that, so they took the other route.
yeah. In my case, I have a few medical conditions, and my employer had less than 50 employees, so was not bound by federal law to keep my position available for me when I was hospitalized back in January. I was hospitalized 3 times in January. Making $13 an hour running projection molds, or production molds rather, for plastic parts. They were getting ready to train me in to be a mold setter, which is a skilled trade. And then I got sick and they couldn't keep me. So they laid me off, and I haven't been back since.
that sucks.
Yep. Ever since then, I have not been able to find another job. Because I am required to inform them that I need accommodations. And most of them don't want to have to deal with the accommodations, but I have no way of being able to, make a case trying to say that, they're discriminating against my illness. Because unless they actually come out and say it, or I'm given some kind of document that says this is the reason why we didn't choose you, there's no case.
Yeah. Well, there is also the second side to it. I'm not. It's not against you. It's actually more of helping you. Say that the whatever company that you're going to work at, if you find that there's no people there that have any type of accommodations or issues, medical wise, and everything else like that.
Yeah.
You could state that argument, but I don't know how that would hold up. Because, of course, you're just a person applying for a job. You can't say, oh, have these people applied here before and you denied them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But if it does come to light that they're unintentionally discriminating, which I'm pretty sure that they are, only because they don't want to deal with the hassle. Then you can still make the argument to, well, you're discriminating against everybody that has a medical problem, and that's why you have nobody working for you that has issues. But that argument would also cost you a lawyer and money and everything else that which you most likely don't have.
Exactly.
I'll be right back.
And I forgot a step. Got the little hand guards here.
Man, I need to get stuff done this week.
Getting stuff done would be great.
Yeah, well, if I don't get it done this week, then I lose my medical insurance.
Oh,
I didn't say it wasn't
get her done.
necessary. Never said it wasn't necessary, just said don't worry.
My problem is that my car, I can't use my car because one, it's not tagged anymore, and I have a dead battery. Or else I would have gone and done this earlier. So hopefully I can get it done either tomorrow or I don't know, Thursday. Such a pain in the ass. Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay.
10-4.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
So apparently, the server that I play on for 7 Days to Die, they were having internet issues and they're switching stuff over. So we have no idea what's going on except for the owners.
Sounds about right.
Well, hopefully, they're not hosted by G Portal, are they?
No, they host their own servers.
Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully there doesn't have to be an IP change or something, and if there is an IP change, hopefully they know well enough to redirect to the old IP. Because that is a long story.
Yeah, no, it's more of since the last wipe on their servers, we've been having lag issues, and they're fixing up some internet problem or whatever at the main server's house.
Got it.
Right. I mean, it's not like it's server. It's been active for longer than 2 years. I'd say about like 3 years, 4 years, something like that. Because even though the website says that it's been up for like 2 years, I know it's been longer. Because when I first started playing on the servers, I was down in Virginia, and that was at least 3 years ago, I want to say.
Could just be an old, like a hard-coded date that they just never changed.
Say what now?
Could just be a hard-coded sentence that they never change.
No,
You can make it pretty easily if the website says, oh, hey, this was X years ago or X after a certain date, but probably just put 2 years ago in text and called it good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm just a normal player. I mean, I've probably played on the servers probably about like maybe 4 months after it went up.
Yeah.
Because some of the things that I suggested were actually implemented into their servers.
Well, that's always fun.
But yeah, like, do you have 7 Days to Die?
I do not.
But I've never played on a public server.
Okay.
Yeah, I
But
do
even
not.
if it's on private servers, you know how if you scrap down a car, it does not respawn ever, right?
What's that?
You know how when you scrap down a car, it doesn't respawn?
Right.
Well, one of the suggestions I made to them was like, are you able to have like one of your coders to have respawnable cars? So they did that, and it's been implemented in the game since they added it.
Yeah. So that's probably a pretty common mod for most servers, though. Because having renewable resources in a server like that is pretty much necessary.
Yeah, I mean a lot of things like lootables do respawn lootables after a certain number of days. That's implemented into the game itself. But
Right.
as for cars themselves, because if you think about it, like the real world, when you scrap down a car, another one is not going to spawn in its place.
Right, but that's a real world game mechanic thing that's not
Yeah.
good for gameplay.
So
It makes sense on a single or small server where like it's just a group of friends who are going to be the only people ever on it. So once they do it, it's a permanent change. When you're making a big multiplayer server, you kind of need that resource.
yeah, I mean, it got big. It got big enough to where they're ranked within the top 5 for 7 days to die servers for modded.
Yeah.
But I think they were one of the first servers that added respawnable cars. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, they do have their own custom enemies in the game and everything else like that.
Well, that's cool.
Because unlike some of the other servers where it's you have to download a mod pack, this one is actually implemented into the game and it downloads it for you when you log in.
Yeah, server side.
Yeah.
That's the better way to do it. A little bit harder, but better.
Oh, looks like they came back up. Grandpa's. Now I just have to wait for my sister to call me back. So I can get my Medicaid and whatnot fixed this week. And that's one thing I wish I had, a proper gaming chair.
Hello.
Welcome back. How you doing, Shiz? Not bad. Not bad. Sound like this could be better.
Everything can be better.
Well, that sucks.
Oh. Huh.
Huh?
Yeah. Figuring out why music wasn't coming. What's been with you today? Has it been okay?
Me? Yeah, for the most part.
Fuck. Why is Discord low?
What, you think I'm low?
It sounds good on mine.
Well, I am actually low.
Aha.
Yeah, and Diesel again. And so in Discord low. I'm sad no one's mentioned me in the highlights. Market control is in front of me. I'm actually gonna try science mode. PhD. I don't want to use that. Why is no one else tonight? I'm really concerned.
I don't
Jay?
know.
I know
How's it going
Deswas
on
was
tonight, man?
Oh, come on.
Deswas was gonna do a movie night with Patty.
Aw, so cute. Hey Vance, haven't seen you in a while. Jesus, was it 6 days? Oh, me too. We're gonna try a science mode. Now, I don't know how this is gonna go. Number one, you're right. I don't know how sandbox mode goes, but we're gonna try it. I don't have trouble. Do I have trouble with one part? No, I don't think I do. Give it a second. Oh! Okay, what's up? Boss picks up lunch. Or East Coast wings. Apparently they're insanity hot sauce. Extremely spicy. Like I'm fucking boneless buffalo wing in there. That's hot. Alright, we're gonna start a new one. We're gonna call it Science. What? Try to name it.
I'm gonna wait on the silvers on the leather.
Got it.
'Cause I need to highlight the leathers.
Backyard meth lab. I don't know why. That sounded great. We'll keep it on normal. Flags me NASA. Wait, if it's basic flag here, I'm gonna. Oh well. Alright. I don't know how to do science mode. I've always been playing sandbox.
What are you playing, Shiz?
I'm playing Kerbal Space Program, but I'm doing the science mode this time with real scale everything. And I know some of the items are not actually meant for science mode, so that kind of gives me a bonus. So I get like some things when I first start up. This is science mode, right? Yeah, it's a science mode. Alright, what do I need to do first? Start with the basics. Because it'll make all the assigned instruments I have work. And I have all the assigned instruments use it for aesthetics and sandbox. Alright. Start with the Vanguard 1, Vanguard 2, Royal Probe, and Aero Beam. Let's see how many Air Beams we've got. Oh, look. This is Air Beam. This isn't Air Beam. There's no. These cost money. And, do I get any funds or is it just, that must be campaign mode. Oh. Hope we're gonna make our basic down here.
One thing I am noticing here between the pewter and the resin models, some of these details are ridiculously small.
Doing what?
Do you paint miniatures?
Yeah, I paint miniatures. So, and going between the pewter models and now the resin or plastic models, a lot of these rivets are a lot smaller on the plastic model than they are on the pewter.
I like how the generic umbilical tower is one. It's a huge fucking clamp. Another clamp
Yeah.
I have with redstone.
I think we can get a better mold off of plastic pewter. Or
Yeah, generally speaking, you do get better details on plastic, but
Winston works. It's weird.
oh, some of them it's like, man, I need a quick microscope to paint.
well, it's like all I'm doing right now is just trying my best to just tap the rivets, because otherwise I end up smothering the paint, right? So.
Me too, because you know what? I'm just okay. I don't know if this person is gonna work. I didn't remember. All I know is it's science, and luck mission. still a thing where once you transmit science, you can't use it unless you do. It doesn't need. There again. Fuck. I can do some science here. Log temp. Transmit. I'm not gonna. Until I get to the Airbnb 300s. How much? Okay, it doesn't. Cool. Log pressure. Right. And then we'll wait until we get. Oh, we're not even gonna get to the international space. In the probe doing. Probe before. I'm not gonna be able to cover it. 100%. Nice and basic mission. Taking that bat really on me. I'll wait till I get towards application. Upper atmosphere. There we go. Then go for it. I'll check once we tap flashes. Ooh, I'm gonna get all that good science stuff. I wish I could tell you how much science that was. 40 seconds to I'm gonna say an app lab. I'm not in orbit. Okay. Go for it. Nope. That's as much science as I'm gonna get. Well, okay. Shifting over. Doing me a buff. See what we unlock. I'll just. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I know this game's gonna crash with one time or another. And no, Vance, I'm not building a plane. I don't want to build a plane. I might have to eventually, but I don't want to build a plane. Okay. See you in a bit. And I guess go for okay, that's right. And that's okay. And kaboosh. That was a good splash. I'm happy about that one. Now I just need to get this thing past the Ron Carmen one. I mean, get some good science. Okay, how much science did I get in that one? 24. All those big mud partner won't be able to use for a while. Oh, the Dnieper. Did I get the entire Dnieper? Warhead. SSC Satan IMP. Place Kennedy upside down in your. I want to try that. I never even saw that. Oh, I'm not going to use the pause. Barely. Yes. Hell yeah. so many mods in this game. It's unbelievable. Do I have enough shit to complete it? Oh, fuck. I think I unlocked everything from the Emperor. No, I
What I forgot on those three? The gun. About the gun.
Gun.
The gun. Silver. I don't want silver on the gun. Bad. Silver guns are too bright. Too clean.
Where? Ah. Nope. Yeah. Give me some shit. It looks like shit that I can't use. Oh, there it is. Now I do have an engine for it.
Welcome back, Rafi.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Yay.
Oh boy, we've got the friendly neighborhood alcoholic, the bus driver,
Hey.
the boot hall, and the artist.
Sounds about right.
Then what am I?
You're the booty call.
Oh,
Sounds disappointed. Nice. Yeah. 100% like.
Hey, sure, we should do Winter Tug tonight.
What's what?
Winter. We should do Winter Tug.
What's Winter Tug?
It's the fire making, collecting skill, wood cutting skill, super trainer.
I never heard of it. Hold on, I want to Google it. How do you exactly spell it?
Winter.
Tug? Tug.
TOCD.
Oh, Tug, right? Winter Tug?
Yeah. The prison thing.
I don't know if I've been to it. Have I been to it? No,
I
haven't.
don't. I haven't either. Do you want to do it tonight? Figure out how to do it?
Oh, it's a great for end. Yeah, yeah. You got to tell me, when do you want to do it? I'm playing a little Kerbal Space Program.
I mean, I've got to get the kilt to sleep and then figure out how to do it, what all you need to do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go in there and lose gear.
It's a good for hand setting and fletching, right?
Wood cutting and fire making.
I'm going to need fire making for some of the achievement diaries.
You need fire making to even go there. So. You have 50 fire making?
Fuck, I don't know, maybe 42, 43?
I need to get on my fire make grind like I'm fucking bad never
It's
jam.
not that hard, dude. It's so quick. I mean,
Yeah.
do you know, get some stuff. I'm actually gonna grind my fire. What's your fire making at?
I think it's in the high 40s.
High 40s? Alright, I'll work my way for 50 tonight, and probably doesn't take too long that we can try that out. I want 99 something.
Right? It takes.
I
Well, let's
think-
put it.
Have you tried the
I-
mission crawler yet?
One sec, let me off my phone and onto my computer.
Oh, fuck, it's all ethanol. I forgot to fill the tanks. Ah.
There we go.
So, fill my tanks up. I'm doing a science movement for space program, so I'm watching the NASA, like the USA's very first satellite, Florida 1. I get some science out of this. I'm gonna put this on an inclined orbit, like a 45-degree line, so I can get all the biomes.
Okay, RM, one bank with deposit box, none, the doors dim.
Can you explain how this works? I have no fucking idea.
There's no altars. A teleportation is a games necklace.
Okay. Okay, what's it called? What is this mini game called?
Winter Toad.
Okay. Where must Convergence go to yourself? Okay. I think we gotta get favors in or something. Don't think these farm rank and Arcade has favor is not required. Never mind, we're good.
How much fire make? 50?
Let's take care of all the guns first, I
I'm just
think.
gonna get off Carl's program. I'm just gonna get on the Prince.
Yeah, I need to grind. I'm only 33 fire make.
I'm gonna say, try,
We're gonna toss it.
Oh, thank you, Bad Luck, for the Bad Luck Buddha for the host. Appreciate it.
That's Patty.
MR Pike 1 said, the bad 14 hype, the bad 14 hype, the bad
Patty, thank you
14
for
hype,
listening.
the bad 14 hype, the
That's
bad
gonna go on for a
14
while.
hype,
The bad 14 hype, the bad 14
the bad
hype.
14 hype, the bad 14 hype, the bad 14 hype, the bad 14 hype, the
Sorry.
bad
We are
14
hyping it up
hype,
in here.
The bad 14 hype, the bad 14 hype, the
Keep it
bad
coming.
14 hype, the bad 14 hype, the bad 14 hype, the bad 14 hype. That bad luck Buddha said, Brolar, brolar,
What's up,
brolar,
Bella?
brolar,
What's
brolar,
up?
brolar.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
Got raid in there.
Thank you so much. I got all the
Bad
hypes.
luck Buddha said, the bad 14 hype, the bad 14 hype, the bad 14 hype, the bad 14 hype, the bad
That's
14
amazing.
hype, the bad 14 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 hype,
Bad
the bad
14 hype. Bad 14 hype. Bad
Mighty Star
14 hype.
said, Mighty 98 hype, Mighty 98 hype, Mighty 98 hype, Mighty 98 hype.
I'm sorry, guys.
Mighty
That's gonna be
98
turned
hype,
off right
Mighty
now.
98 hype,
That's
98
amazing.
hype, Mighty
Yes.
98 hype, Mighty
You know, you can
98
skip
hype.
the
Belloc bot
like certain things
said,
in the chat, so the bot skips the messages.
Working on it. Let's see here. How do I, well,
Yeah, Bellic, the only
make it a
thing
little-
that can stop
Okay,
the hype
you
is
need to
for
sing.
singing.
You
Mighty
gotta
Star
sing.
I have to
said,
sing.
oh rip.
Alright.
MR
No,
Pike
no, no.
1
It's
said,
requested. The channel's
It's re-
anything
requesting
that
it.
can stop
Channel
the
is
hype is for
requested.
me to sing.
Oh boy, you guys are be the death of me. Let's see. Well, first, how do I get that thing to skip the emotes specifically? I think I saw that somewhere. Your events. No, not in the chat.
You don't. You leave it.
Turn off read emoticons and messages. Okay. All right. So.
MR Pike 1 said, now I feel
Hell
like
no,
a
bring
jerk
all the
for
hype.
All the hype.
Yeah, close the door. There's a little prep that has to happen with this, so I apologize.
It's okay. Take your time.
A few hours later, he sang.
I know, right? It's like I gotta set up the stage and the lighting and the pyrotechnics and
Someone say pyrotechnics.
hush you.
Don't encourage me. I will tell you how to set it up. I mean, what?
No, he doesn't want his house to burn down. That's his job.
No one said his house was going to burn down. It would blow up first. I mean, what?
I mean, just because you went through 4 houses doesn't mean that he has to.
Those were improperly constructed. It was not my fault.
That bad luck Buddha said, let's hear that angelic voice.
Angelic. Angelic voice.
That was so creepy. Let's hear that angelic voice.
I know, right?
And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 died.
Okay, let's stop
Alright,
the
we're ready.
music here. Somewhere.
Pulling out the guitar.
Turn that off.
And then just click the little button that plays the pre-recorded message while you.
I know, right?
I mean, what?
You guys hear me right?
Yes.
Hopefully, my voice won't make the microphone webcam. Apologize for that.
Zayden Rocks said, subscribe to PewDiePie.
Subscribe to
I don't want it.
If I had money, I would subscribe to anyone.
Spam. Spam.
Bam.
That bad luck Buddha said, spam, 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 get out of here at Zayden Rocks. Zayden Rocks said, have you subscribed to PewDiePie?
Sorry, Zayden. Purged. If you just walked away, what could I really say? Would it matter anyway? Would it change how you feel? 'Cause I am the mess you chose, the flaws that you killed.
changes if I could. Turn back the years if you could. Learn to forgive me, then I could learn to feel. Sometimes the things I say, moments of disarray, succumb into the games we play to make sure that it's real. But everything changes if I could. Turn back the years if you could. Learn to forgive me, then I could learn to I slip a little bit there. And it's just me and you. Who knows what we could do? We can just make it through to this part of the day. But everything changes if we could. Stay here together and we could conquer the world if we could. Shit. Stay here together and we could the world and we could say that forever is more than just a word. If you just walked away, what could I really say? It didn't matter anyway. Would it change how you feel? Yeah. Kind of hard to see my see the chat through this thing.
Another one.
It's been forever since I played this. I'm about to mess it up. Hello, I'm waiting here for you. Never long. Tonight I've thrown myself into out of the red, out of bed, she's saying. I told you. I was bound to mess it up. And forever.
That bad luck Buddha said, "It's okay, you are good."
It bugs me.
That bad luck Buddha said, "At Merpike 1 see all the damage from making you watch that horrible movie is all better now."
That's it. And I wonder, I sing along for you. Never think I'd ever feel this real forever.
Belloc Bond said,
Nope. Done with that one. I don't remember it. Sorry, guys. I do the keep your memory vague, but I woke up today and under. Head. said I don't know if I've ever been good enough. I'm a little bit rusty and I think my head's caving in. I don't know if I've ever been really loved. My hands touch me and I feel like something's gonna give. And I'm a little bit angry, well, this ain't over, no, not yet. I wanna still need you around. You don't know me, and I change it. Yeah, we just might feel good. I wanna push you around. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna push you down. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna take you for granted. I wanna take you for granted. Yeah, yeah, well, I will. I will. And so don't know why you ever would lie to me. Like I'm no trusted when I think that the truth is gonna hurt you. And I don't know why you couldn't just stay on with me. Could you stand the mirror in my face and seem to wanna shine? It's a little bit dirty, well, just don't stand there to say nice things to me. I've been cheated and I've been loving you. And don't know me, girl, I can't change. And I won't do anything at all. I wanna push you around. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna push you down. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna take you for granted. I will take you for granted. Yeah, yeah. I know it don't know me over. Straight around, I kinda know how things get so crazy. Crazy. Don't rush this, baby. Don't rush this, baby, baby. I wanna push you around. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna push you down. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna take you for granted. I wanna take you for granted. Yeah, well, I will. I will. All right, well, be completely honest here. Feeling extremely out of practice. So what I'm gonna try to remember to do. Actually, I have to be in a really good mood to actually. I will do everything I can. Go over these songs again tomorrow. See how it goes. Oh, and it looks like my headset might be.
right.
Same levels of fuck.
I'm not gonna like it when I actually go to actually no, because when you do your 99 fire making,
Honestly, if you're at 99 something, you should have a lot of money from that skill.
well, fire making is one of the only other skills that you lose money on.
Yeah, but
That and Herboy, you just lose your ass on both of them.
I'm only a 66 Slayer, so I'm gonna just sell these remaining willow logs. Do a price check. Not price check. Check. 67,375. That's an easy number. 7,375. Gives 252. You're right.
Huh?
Huh? I need to sell all these. Buying 252 logs.
Yeah, it's a lot better than fucking 500 willow logs.
Well, I just bought what I needed. I never think, remember?
That's why you have me, Shizix.
Oh, you're better with pricing.
I'm better at playing these types of games. I'm better at power leveling. There's a reason I have like.
I do have
a
to
bunch
say
of
that
my
I hope you
stats
guys
that
enjoyed what
should
I
make me
played.
money.
I
don't
know I
make
didn't
any
play
money
it
on
very well,
because
but I hope you
I
enjoyed
did
it.
power level. Like
Because
I have,
of the power.
I have. You
God,
figure
Caracruz is here.
I have 60 mining. I did it in an afternoon, and I have no money to show for it.
Oh, I usually just. Well, you done Family Crest, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
good. You do you use the smithing gauntlets?
I don't think I've done Family Crest.
Oh, smithing gauntlets gives you like twice the XP when you smith gold bars.
Yes, I have not done. No, I have not done Family
Well,
Crest.
you can choose between the three. I think it's one's fishing, one's cooking, and one's that. It just depends on the brother you choose to talk to upgrade it.
No, I have not.
Yeah, that
Because I would have got my cooking
gauntlet.
I'd have got my cooking gauntlets.
How much XP do I make an hour on this? Probably about the same. Yeah, I believe it's double. I think it's what's normal. I think it's 40 XP when you smith into gold bars the furnace. It might be 80 XP when with the gauntlets on.
That would be double Shizix.
Yeah, but it's good because the fucking motherlode mine gives you so
Oh yeah,
many
dude, the
fucking gold
motherload
bars.
gives you so much gold at levels.
Yeah, I'm like 2 levels away before I can use the upper level in mine.
Same.
I just stopped because I just did that straight for like 2 months. Then again, don't play the game that often.
The motherload doesn't make you any money. Like make you a lot of XP though. It makes you money, not a lot of XP.
Yeah, it depends on the money. You gotta do it for a long time to see some money growth.
No, it gives you decent money, but no XP. Like the XP rates are shit.
Oh yeah, that's shit.
You're better off power dropping or power mining coal.
I would say you can't power drop you can't power jump pay dirt. It doesn't allow you. Does it? No, it does. You just can't bank it.
Yeah.
I tried that when I very first started to do it. I wasn't sure what the fuck this was.
Well, you can give it to the guy, and the guy banks it for you. So.
Really? All I thought he did was fucking yell at you.
He'll store it.
Like I bought a coal bag from him as well. I want a coal bag.
I have a large coal bag from him. Yeah.
I think you can get a gem bag from him too, which would be very, very useful if I'm doing Shiloh Village gem mining. That's what it gets to do at 3 in the morning.
You get to do it at 3 in the morning because there's nobody on. You bring a gem bag and you bring a looting bag.
Yeah.
Because all the gems can technically go into looting bags.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to get a looting bag. How'd you
Holy
get
fuck.
yours?
We ran from room 2 to get to Solitude, and room 2 followed us. We must be the life of the party, Shizix.
Well, they're not talking, so they're being nice and quiet.
I don't know. I think it was when I showed up, guys.
No.
Oh, are you sure?
I
guess
only
Lala.
switched
Well,
because
see,
I was
everybody,
in.
everybody
shower?
ran away from my angelic voice.
I was in the bath earlier.
No, I had you up on Twitch and on Discord at the same time, and it was
Aha.
echoing.
Hot.
I still have you up on my Twitch.
So
And I do
Nice.
what I want.
I'm still a little angry at Lala.
Why?
There, you don't have to listen to the echo anymore. See here. Ah, too watery. Actually, you know what? Switch back to my 10-0 rush. My like, is it a 10-0? I don't even remember if this is a 10-0 or not brush. All I know is that the letters on it have faded away. I've rubbed them off. But yeah, I will say and admit that I've always been a better singer than than a guitar player. I have a really hard time like memorizing chords. And the app that I use called OnSong for help with remembering chords and whatnot for music. Fortunately, I haven't updated all of my songs with the correct chord structures, so they so I end up messing them up a bit. There was one point where I had actually gone through and updated all of the songs, but then the app crashed on me and the stuff didn't save. So that was a bad day. One of those circumstances where I just gave up. I was like, I spent 3 hours working on that and then it didn't save. Thing is there's not supposed to be like a save button either, so it's like it's just supposed to automatically save to the cloud whenever you make a change. And for some reason it didn't. Sad day. Can't wait to get a replacement cable for my Guitar Smith or Rocksmith game, because that'll be fun to stream. That'll be a lot of fun to stream. I enjoy playing that game. Kind of like Guitar Hero on steroids. And you play it with a real guitar. It's a lot of fun. Problem is the damn cable's like $40. And I'm estimating there. I don't actually know what the price is right this minute. Rocksmith real sound cable. And I'm seeing a hair on this and it's bugging the hell out of me. Where are my tweezers? Present from my dog. No, you're painting here. Let me shed a little bit in your office. And it'll go everywhere. Where was I? Where was I? Got those. That, got that. Okay. Around the coat. Oh yeah, I need music. Let's turn on the Spotify again. Turn it down first so I don't blast your ears. There. I think the next time that I get a decent tip, I'm probably gonna run to the my closest lumber yard or something and get some 1-inch or 1.5-inch dowels. 'Cause these squares are kind of ungainly. Wooden blocks. They're a little ungainly. They don't work very well. I mean, they work fine for what I'm doing right now, but like the corners over on this end make it hard for me to reach in there nice and easily. Looks like that one's been rubbed off. The paint keeps drying on my brush. It's so annoying. Since it got rubbed off, rubbed smooth, I'll go ahead and just make one. One there too. Guess what? You are now a rivet. Alrighty. That one done with the rivets. By the way, if you do join my Discord, and you're a follower, make sure you say something in chat. I'm not always paying attention. I don't always get a notification that someone has joined my Discord. And I don't have a bot to automatically assign follower status in Discord either. I have to do that manually. And I think once I'm done doing all these rivets, I'm probably going to call it a night. Good place to stop. And then tomorrow I have to go in with the reds and take care of the leather. Because, you know, all the leather parts and whatnot haven't been highlighted yet. That, and I can hear my wife getting ready for bed. I'm fairly certain that Pikavi's already getting ready for bed too. My head's about to hit the camera. It's in here like trying to see these rivets. They can be hard to capture. Can be hard to see. I mean, it is black and my lighting's not the best. I think the only other thing that I could actually paint right now, I really want to, are the metal parts of the buckles on the sleeve. And that is they're really fucking tiny. trying to tap the pigment on there, that's all I'm doing. At this point, it's not even really painting, it's just blotting. Which can be hard when the paint keeps drying on your brush.
Hey,
Hello.
why are you even here by yourself?
Oh, because some people were still watching my stream and saying that things were echoing because they were in both channels, or like listening to my stream and being in the other chats. I was like, okay, well then I'll just move.
You should try
It's okay.
Are you using the Google chat bot?
I am currently using the Google chatbot, yes.
Let me show you which one you need to use.
And I was using the one that you told me about last night. That's what I'm
Are
using.
you sure? Let me listen to bot real quick.
Mighty Stark said, hello.
Yeah, did you hear it? There you go.
You click on Google US English, right?
Yeah.
Sounded off.
Let's see here. Yeah, preferred voice. Google US English.
Did you click personality voice? No. Do you have personality voice active?
Yes.
Turn it off.
Okay.
And now it should sound better. Let me try it.
Mighty Stark said, hello, world.
Hello, world.
Mighty Stark said the world could always use more heroes.
This is true. Just out of curiosity, where did you how did you choose your name there, your alias?
You know it's the same name, right? You know Mighty Star is the same name as Light. Just take off the M. Put it
I was
out.
just making sure that that we were both making the Soul Eater reference.
Hmm. Couldn't hear you. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah. You just like I was asking you about it in response.
Yeah.
You were saying?
I was saying I just wanted to make sure that it was in fact a Soul Eater reference.
I have no idea what Soul Eater is.
And yet, okay. Soul Eater is an anime, and one of the characters' name is Star. But if I remember correctly, at some points, a couple of people call him Light, as well.
Black Star.
I think it's Black Star, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm googling him right now.
I think
He has,
that they called him Light, but
he has a scar as a star's tattoo, I guess, or a scar star. Cyan hair. It's pretty cool. Is he like the main character or what?
no. He wants to
I
be
should
the main character, though.
I should cosplay like this character, dude. Holy crap. Black Star. I feel like that's kind of racist.
He's definitely one of the funnier characters. Not as annoying though as Excalibur.
I'll give this anime a try. This is a Black Star.
It's a pretty good show.
Welcome back to our daily podcast where we talk about news, politics, everything Twitch hates. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get affiliated because you have like 3 consecutive viewers.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You do have to have 3 average viewers for the last 30 days.
Not really.
Yes.
For me, it was different.
You brought a big fan base with you from YouTube, and managed to reach the average fan base or the average viewer base within a few days. You automatically had the average viewers, and technically they counted the 4 days as being within the last 30 days. Whereas I didn't have that. I started off with 0 viewers for like almost a month.
Well,
and
what
then
I recommend you doing is like having friends. If you have friends to like go in your streaming lurk, that's so useful.
Yep.
So like what I'm doing right now, I'm looking in your stream.
And I appreciate that.
Any plans on doing other things instead of painting?
Well, and that's the other thing. I do stream games. It's just that I have so many models here that I need to try to finish that.
How many models do you have left?
Well, I have these 10 here that I've been working on the last 2 days. Then 20?
20 left?
Yep.
How long does this take you?
A single unit can take me about 16 hours.
A single unit?
Yep. Meaning
Dude, this guy better...
10,
Wait, are you getting
10 people.
paid?
Yes. As in 10
people pay
guys. These here, these 10 guys here, that's a unit. So the whole unit takes me about 16 hours. But yes, I am getting paid.
It better be a lot of money.
$150 for this unit.
That's so little. For just one set?
Just for that one unit.
That's so little. I would expect you to be getting paid at least like $500, $1,000 for what you're doing right now.
He's also family. And I am giving him a discount. But for the entire army that he gave me, all 46 models, about it's just under $800.
So he's giving you $800.
Yep. And he's already paid the deposit. Told him I wouldn't accept the models without the deposit.
So what do you do for a living?
I am unemployed.
Any plans of getting a job?
I've been searching for jobs, but I am going to be contacting some attorneys to see about disability.
What do you mean?
I have irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis, and a few mental illnesses that may qualify me for disability. I was
Never heard of them.
I was hospitalized back in January. I got really sick. I was hospitalized 3 times. And I had a job at that point, but when I returned with a release to work, my employer, who had fewer than 50 employees, was not legally required to keep my job available for me, so he laid me off. Under the pretense of they were forced to fill my position. And since then, I have been unable to find a replacement job.
What about Amazon?
I did apply to Amazon. I haven't heard anything from them.
Life is hard.
Can be.
Gonna graduate soon, then life's gonna start. It got super quiet.
I stopped talking.
You gotta keep talking when one like I've noticed that I stop talking sometimes. You have to keep talking for the entire stream.
Well, then maybe I'm just not made for streaming. Because when I'm focused on the painting, it's really difficult for me to just find something random to talk about. I'm one of those guys where I kind of require chat interaction or someone in voice chat with me to be able to hold a conversation. And I said I'm one of those guys that kind of requires either chat interaction or someone in a voice chat with me to keep talking.
I don't know. I don't want to talk much. I don't know. It's weird, man. I don't really know you, so.
Well, that's cool.
I don't really talk much if I don't know the person. Kind of weird.
Kind of similar. And a lot of the times, I mean, a lot of people don't really want to hear about, the fact that I have a chronic illness.
And then there's nothing wrong with being sick or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I have anxiety issues. Like I have an anxiety disorder.
What do you mean anxiety? Like what type?
A little bit of PTSD, and then I have issues with stress, where if something happens that's unexpected, it throws me off, and I have a hard time recovering. Like panic attacks and stuff like that. I have issues with depression. And irritable
Oh,
bowel.
okay. Got shot.
What are you playing?
I am playing Blackout. No, multiplayer. I loaded the violence computer.
Ah.
But yeah, you were talking about being like having depression issues.
Yeah. Yeah, depression. Not exactly like not manic depression, but I do have a lot of depression issues, and the anxiety really does not help my irritable bowel syndrome because irritable bowel syndrome is triggered by stress. So
Does what you call it? Anxiety give you like dizziness or like anything like that?
like
Do you
heart
feel dizzy?
racing, flushing, like I can't really say that it causes dizziness, no. But like my heart will start racing. I'll start like actually like panicking. Gets I've lost the word.
I don't know.
Like you've seen those movies where a lady will all of a sudden just start stressing out and she's trying to explain what's going on, but she can't. She can't get it out. She just keeps like rambling on and on and on and nothing really makes sense.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a panic attack. It's gotten bad enough sometimes where I just broke down crying.
I barely cry.
Oh, and I'm a big dude, so seeing me break down and cry like that or start panicking like that it can be kind of comical.
Oh boy. Yeah.
And I'll start pacing around and I won't be able to focus on anything until I calm down. And it's stuff like that that stops me from being able to actually like do a job. Because you know, you've got to be able to stressful situations, you've got to be able to control yourself and be able to still do things, and I'm just not able to. I have.
Why don't you try doing art?
Hmm?
Try doing art.
Yep.
No, what I mean like as a job, art.
Oh, I have. I've tried doing art.
And how does that work for you?
Nobody wanted my art.
I'm talking about like becoming like a teacher, art teacher.
Oh, yeah, no teaching for me.
Why you're unable to teach?
Well, if it was like just, again,
Or
you know,
could
with
become like a private tutor.
yeah, that I could probably do, but it'd have to be from home.
Or you could like sign up for like a course online. Like there's like tutorials online, right? There's like this course academy where you do like courses like where you teach people. Like they buy your lessons. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, that'd be cool if I could find it. I tried getting into a few work from home things like what is that called? See, now I've lost the word again, and that's another thing, communication. Being able to communicate clearly.
Nah, man, it's fine, man. That happens to me sometimes.
Here, not translating. Something where someone, you know, like you listen to a dictation and then you type it out, right?
Yeah.
I failed that. Most of that had to do with the fact that a lot of the recordings that were giving me on the test had very heavy accents, or weren't recorded very well, so I had a hard time hearing what was being said. I wasn't able to do that. Failed the test. I had gotten accepted to do what was that called? It was something where I recorded myself visiting a website and performing certain tasks and speaking like what I'm thinking as I'm going through it. Got accepted into doing it, but then when it came time for me to do some actual jobs on it, my dog was in the background or my bird was in the background and they refused to pay me for it.
Because of the bird.
Because of my bird and my dog. They have a requirement that your environment has to be like soundproof. It has to be like a customer service type sound quality area where there's not a lot of noise in the background. And I had the same issue when I tried to do customer service for Amazon. I tried to do that from home, having like call center calls transferred to my house, and then I would take care of whatever the call was at home. And I couldn't do it again because of my dog and my bird. My dog wants to bark at everything everything that's around the house. And I have.
Be able to. Why don't you build your own little custom little sound area, or maybe you could give the dog away and the parrot.
No, not giving my dog away.
You love him too much.
Love him too much. He's my fur baby.
I never liked dogs.
I love dogs as companions, and he's actually very well behaved, but unfortunately, in order to stop his barking or to train him not to bark, I would have to utilize something called a anti-bark collar, because he does not respond to no when it goes to barking. He thinks he's protecting the house, and I can understand that, but my wife will not allow the use of an anti-bark collar, and so I'm stuck. The only other option that I would have to train him not to bark would be to stand next to him or be out in the living room 24/7 with like a rattle can or like a tin can with a rock in it or something.
You could just put your bird outside and put your dog outside, right? And then you could do Amazon support.
Not in my town.
Not in your town, you wouldn't let your dog outside?
I do let my dog outside, but not really unsupervised. It's not exactly the best area. And it sounds like I'm making things, more difficult than they need to be. And I apologize, but,
I'm throwing some ideas, that's all I'm trying to do.
No, I understand.
The stream is dying. Mine.
Your stream is dying?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
First 2 weeks were insane. Now it's.
Hello.
Hello. How are things?
Things are things. They're going alright.
Yo, what's up, Raphael?
Not much up here. Just work.
What are you doing?
Driving bus.
How's that? Isn't that scary?
Not really. Not too bad.
Is it dark right now?
Yeah, it's 11:06.
Oh crap. PM or AM?
Yeah. I drive the night shift.
How late do you guys' buses run?
wait, are you from like Dart or like is it just like just some random bus?
I work from campus here. We run our buses basically till midnight.
Okay.
So is there anyone right now?
Most of my runs are pretty empty. Although I did get a fun little, we get to do a bit of fun malicious compliance though. So our buses have a schedule, and the main thing was leaving on time at the departure, and no one cared about anything else really. Well,
Gonna
now
mute these guys real quick.
because the schedule is designed.
Alright guys, well I definitely want to thank you all for sticking around. This is pretty much where I'm at the moment. I've got to come back through and take care of the leathers and get this, get the faces done. I've got to get these armor plates here on the around the waist painted in with reds and highlighted. Those should go nice and quickly. They're small areas, but all the leather here and the sacks and the hip bags, fanny packs, what have you. Got to get those done. I should probably be highlighting the coifs too, and the coifs are the brown things right there next to the silver part of my brush. It's like kind of like a balaclava, right, or baklava, however you want to pronounce it. But it's got an open hole for the face, for the entire face. And the knights and whatnot, way back when, used to wear them underneath their helmets to protect their face from the metal. These guys have them too, so I've got to take care of those. The coifs, the faces, the goatees, the hands, any of the leather, and some of the remaining armor pieces. I've still got to do those. Got to highlight the boots, and then once I'm done with that, these guys will be finished. And I think I'll probably be doing that. Doing all this. I never did get a response from my mom about tomorrow. I was going to try to see her tomorrow. Since she didn't respond, I'll probably come on in the afternoon, shortly after my lunch, and start then. And then I'll take a break for dinner and come back on for my normal stream time. But definitely thank you all for sticking around, and I will see you guys tomorrow.